Welcome everyone to another episode of Y&T and Friends Vinyl Talk. I'm your host Brian Foster, and on today's episode, we are going to talk about all of the worldwide single releases on vinyl from Y&T. So when I say we, myself and friend of the show, Mr. Tim Derling, we recorded an episode a while back for Tim's Vinyl Confession, where we talked about all these releases and showed what we have in our collection. So I'm going to replay that one here for you on the channel today. However, before we get into that, I wanted to go ahead and show. I have two new acquisitions since we recorded that episode, so I wanted to show those here before we get to that. So the first one I have here is the first single from Y&T, London Records, off the debut, and that's Alcohol. So this one is very similar to the others. It's really just a label variant. You can see up top there it says promotional copy not for sale under the L in the London Records. Um, if you look at the other versions of this, you can see that that promotional copy is actually above the star down below and does not say not for sale. So really is just a label variant. Otherwise, you have the stereo version. Stereo version there. That's 351. And on the other side, you have a mono that is radio edit at 251. Even has a little stamp on there. It says February 1977. All right, then the second one that I have here is Forever from Black Tiger. Backed with Hurricane. This is a Japanese release um, on there. So I did show one of these on the episode. However, this one, you see that comes in this white deal here with the AMP catalog number. It has Y&T on the flap there. It's kind of cool. So the one that I do have in my collection is the stock copy. This, however, is a promotional copy. And you can see down below there, there's Japanese letters in those boxes there that translate to not for sale. Again, is backed by Hurricane. So those are two new acquisitions that I got to the collection that I did not show in the video that you're going to see here. So, all right, before we get to the episode here, if you want to see all the pictures and all the different variants of the Y&T singles or albums on vinyl, please check out my Facebook page, Y&T's Worldwide Vinyl Reference. The link is below. And without further ado, here's the episode with Tim Derling.
Confessions. I'm Tim Derling, and welcoming back a very special guest, Brian Foster from Y&T and Friends Vinyl Talk. We are here to talk some Y&T. Brian, how are you?
Good, Tim. Good to be back.
Folks, if you're a Y&T fan and you're not following Brian's channel, you need to do that. I'll have a link posted. And on this episode, I have done an episode similar to this before where I went through all of my Y&T singles, but this one is specifically about 45, so 7-inch singles, usually, the A side and the B side. And of course, Brian being the consummate Y&T collector, and I would consider quite an expert in worldwide pressings, which you could see all over his channel. He's got a lot more than I do, but between the two of us, we've got a lot of cool 45s. And boy, if I could have laid eyes on some of these when I was just getting into the band, I would have just, totally freaked out because I had never seen any singles by this band. So, yeah, this is going to be very cool. So we're going to start
Yep.
in 1976 with the debut album, Yesterday and Today. Two singles released altogether. And I'll let Brian start us off with what he has.
Well, I guess I should start with a good one first, right?
Start off with the Grail. This is something I do not have. Oh, love that.
So yeah, so this is Earthshaker, Japanese. So you got the and you got, of course, you got the lyrics.
What's the B
Oh,
side?
alcohol.
So the B side
Alcohol is
is
the
alcohol.
B-side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the little red uh band around the band photo. That looks
yeah.
really
And
cool.
I really like the label too. You don't
Oh
see a
yeah.
yellow London
Yellow.
label very often.
Yeah, that
So
is very cool. That is very expensive to acquire. As we're
yes, it
filming this,
was.
there
Yep.
is one on Discogs, but it is expensive. I'm assuming there was, well, that would have been the one pressing in the one and only place in the world. And you know what? It makes sense that it was Japan because they were always such a supporter of this band from the very beginning. So yeah,
Yes,
that's
they
really cool.
were.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
next up, yeah. So next up is the one thing I've got. I'm sure that I know that Brian has this too. I've got a promo copy of Alcohol from the first album, and this is just a white label promo copy, and it's stereo on one side, mono on the other.
Yep.
And I think that Brian also has an additional version of that, which I do not.
I do. Now there is a version of that that I don't have where the star is actually on the other side of the label. So
Oh,
little variant, that's how deep I get into these things. So so there is another variant of that that I am looking for. So there is this version with this London label,
yeah,
which I forget the bridge label. I call that the
yeah.
bridge
I
label.
always I always call that the least rock and roll looking
Yeah, right.
record label I've ever seen. I've seen some April Wine singles that look like
Yeah.
that on London. So
So
yeah.
this is a promotional copy, so it just has alcohol on both sides.
Okay. So as far as you know, there is no retail copy.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, gee. Okay. I should know by
Hold on.
now. Look at that.
So this is the retail copy, and it is backed with 25 hours a day.
Okay. So that's kind of the way that you know that it's not just a promo copy when it's
Yep.
got a different song. And oh man,
It's got
again,
kind of a weird sleeve on there too.
yeah, what is that? Parrot,
Yeah,
a product of London. Wow. I've never seen that before.
yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Um, and again, why didn't they make, 25 hours a day a single? We've talked about that.
Yeah,
It's,
we did.
it's a weird thing. I would have thought that would have been an obvious one, but
Yeah.
and so I think that at this point, like Eric, Brian and I both have 100% of all of the singles released from the Struck Down album, which is to say, zip,
Zero.
absolutely nothing.
Because
Uh,
as we talked before, that they're lucky to get this album out.
What?
Let
Yeah,
alone,
one foot out the door, literally, to quote
yep.
Van Halen. So yeah, so let's move up to 1981, signing with A&M, shortening the name, putting out the album Earthshaker, and we'll see what I have. One single from Earthshaker, so let's see what Brian has. Oh, yeah,
I have two.
yeah,
So actually, no, that's not the right one. Where's huh? Well, let me go through these first, I guess. So
yeah. So this is the one that I have too, the Rescue Me single.
yep. So this is a Spanish version.
Yes, this one is too. That's interesting. That might have been the only, would that be the only territory that put this out that looks like this? 'Cause this has Shake It Loose on the B side.
That is correct.
Yeah. And the back of this has, so it's in black and white. It's got the lyrics
Yeah.
to Rescue Me, and it's actually, so it's got the Earthshaker cover and it actually lists all the songs on it. And what's interesting, there's a couple things that are interesting I notice about this. Now, también disponible en cassette. 40-64867. 4867 is the A&M catalog number pretty much worldwide for Earthshaker. And what I didn't know until I got this single was that in Spain at this time, A&M Records was distributed by CBS.
CBS.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's something I learned. And the record itself is just the standard A&M
Yep.
logo of the time. So yeah, that's the only one I have from Earthshaker.
So there's this version from Holland.
Same, only different.
Yeah. So, but it's got the opens from the side here,
Yeah.
and it's a little different. The label's a little more silver than what you're used to seeing on the A&M label.
Okay.
I don't know if it really comes out on there, but
Yeah, it's not just the sort of dark white. I don't know what else you'd call it. A
yeah, dark
grayish
white.
white.
And then there's the Japanese version. So again, all these Japanese versions just have this paper that has the
Yeah.
picture on there, then the lyrics on the back side.
That's a different photo. You don't often see that photo. It looks like it's from the same photo
Yeah,
session,
no, it is.
but
Yeah,
it's that's cool. Um yeah, that's really cool. I've never seen that one before. So it looks like okay, so it looks like Leonard took off his jacket and gave it to Dave.
yeah.
Because in this picture Dave does not have a jacket, but Leonard does.
All right.
And of course Phil with his malt shop shirt on. That's a funny story in and of itself. Yeah.
So this particular one's a promo copy. So it has those boxes there with the Japanese
Yeah.
lettering there that basically says not for sale.
Yeah. So
And then
that's like the slightly newer A&M look to it with the red.
yeah, with the red, and then has knock it
Knock
out
you
on
out.
the
So yeah, so it's a different B-side. Cool.
yep. And then again, just the same same everything, but sorry. So this one just doesn't have the box with the
Okay.
lettering in it saying that it's promo. So this is the stock copy.
Cool.
But everything else is the same.
Now I've got a 12, and I'm sure you do too. I've got the 12-inch single to
Yes.
Dirty Girl, but I don't seem to see a 7-inch counterpart of that.
No 7-inch for Dirty Girl. Um, and I swear I had these in order. No, I just really messed it up. Well, probably find it as we go through here. But I do
That
have the there is one for I Believe in You.
okay, so I've got the 12-inch that's just a promo. It doesn't have a picture. It just has a sticker on it saying like out and out metal from San Francisco or something, you know. Um, that's
Yeah,
the only
there
version I
is
have that
a
I
there
have.
is a UK 7-inch single. It's a
Yeah,
promotional single, just the same as the I don't think the 12-inch is a promo, but yeah, I'll probably stumble upon it as we get
right
going.
on. Yeah, no problem. So next up we get to Black Tiger, 1982. Let's see what we both have. So start us off with the Black Tiger singles.
All right, so this one is a US promotional copy. I do not have a stock copy. That one is tough to find.
Yeah, that's I have that one too. That same one for forever, and
Yeah.
it's just is it? It must be stereo and mono, is it?
I think both sides were stereo on this
Uh-huh.
one.
Now this is weird. Does yours underneath the A&M logo have a Y on both sides?
Yep. Oh, why? So that's the pressing plant that they used for it.
Oh, because my first thought is, does it have T on the other?
Oh no.
But
No, that's
yeah,
the
there are.
designation. That's the designation for the Pressing plant.
Okay, so obviously these were we our versions were pressed
Yeah,
at
the
the
one.
exact
Yeah,
same plant.
U.S. Yeah, U.S. did that. They, especially on A&M labels. Uh, Mercury has them too. Mercury has numbers actually.
Right. Yeah, they'll have 53 or
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
So,
for record collectors, especially if you just kind of getting into it, all of those things mean something.
yep,
All of those things tell you something about where it was pressed and when it was pressed, all of that stuff. It's information.
yep. And then I believe you just got this one,
Yeah,
correct?
this just added this to my collection, so it's forever with Hurricane on the other side of it. That's a cool. It's not
Yeah.
a. It's a collage of pictures, but it's cool. I really like that. And yeah, it's just a single sheet, like most of these Japanese ones are. And
Yep.
I kind of like the how it comes in this blank slit, like it's there's nothing on the label itself.
Right.
That's actually
Yep.
kind of cool. And it says 19 copyright 1980 A&M Records, printed in Japan.
Yep.
And so the
So the one of this, this is a stock copy. There is a promotional copy of this as well, but I do not. That's one of like six that I'm still trying to get. Um, but backed with Hurricane.
yeah, and that's something that the Japanese labels and the UK labels would do a lot. They'd put a song from a previous album on the B side,
Yeah,
which is kind of a
it's
cool
kind of
idea, maybe
interesting. Yeah.
stir up interest in the back catalog.
Yep. Exactly. And then I got one more.
Yeah, same here. It's got to be the same one. Yeah, don't want to lose. I love the close up of the tiger, and I
Yeah.
really like the way they did the logo against the black background.
Yeah.
And there's just the photos that are on the the back of the Black Tiger record.
Yep.
B side
And
is
speaking of
Squeeze,
yeah, Squeeze from first album,
Earthshaker. Yeah,
Earth
yeah,
Shaker.
same one. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
very cool. Um, yeah, so that's it for Black Tiger, eh?
That is it for Black Tiger. Like I said, the only one I'm missing there is the Forever Japanese promotional.
So that takes us to 1983 and the Mean
Oh
Street
wait,
album.
actually I forgot. I do have
Uh,
one more.
oh, here we go.
So familiar, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Is that Spanish?
Yep. So
There you
Spain,
go.
and then it also has a promotional stamp on the back there.
Okay. Yeah. So that's very much like that Rescue Me one that we
Exactly
showed
like
off.
that Rescue Me one.
Yeah. Yeah. Distributed by CBS. Huh.
Yep. Um, and then the
Yeah.
label there, and it is also backed with Squeeze.
It's interesting how internationally they kind of alternated between the sort of the gold and white and then the red A&M
Yeah.
labels.
Yeah, but this, yeah, I mean, the back of it looks exactly like that um,
The
Rescue
Rescue
Me
Me
one.
one. And it's got the
Yeah.
lyrics printed out and all of that. Yeah.
Um. Oh, there's one more. I forgot. So this is a UK promotional copy,
For Don't Want to Lose. Okay. Yeah.
also backed with Squeeze uh, on there. And then there is one other worldwide version of Don't Want to Lose that is from South Africa,
Okay.
but
So
not one
other
that I have.
so other than so let me see if I've got this right. No no US singles from Earthshaker.
No.
That's some promotion muscle right there. Again, I think we've said this in our chats.
Yep.
It's what the label sometimes it's what the label doesn't do that says as much as what they actually did do. And one single from Black Tiger, and that's Forever, which is a fantastic song. Don't Want
Yep.
to Lose probably had more radio potential. And
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
based on the fact that all of these other countries recognize that fact. So,
Yep.
yeah.
And then, like I said, I would stumble across it here. There's the
Oh,
I
there it is.
Believe
I
in
Believe
You
in You. Yeah. Yeah. And you can
promotional
tell.
copy backed with Rescue Me. So,
So, um, the small hole usually denotes a UK
yep.
single for sure. I guess they figured, well, why would we make a bigger hole and make everybody get those adapters?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so that I believe takes us through all of Earthshaker, all of Black Tiger.
That is correct.
Okay, so now we're on to Mean Streak, and I would imagine we've got I've only got two. One I just got. So I guess we'll start off with the most obvious one, the title song.
Yeah. We can go with that one. That one here.
Yeah, like I've said this, I've got the 12-inch version of this one too, but
Yes.
I haven't had the 7-inch too long. This does not take the place of the cover, the actual cover, but I do like it as an alternate. And
The barbed wire
I
kind of.
really like the logo and the barbed wire. Yeah. So yeah, this is a UK single backed with another song from Mean Streak, Straight Through the Heart. And as was common practice, especially in the UK, it's got the home taping is killing music logo there on the back. And yeah, that's Brian and I have the same copy, small hole label, but usual red A&M. And this song, if I'm not mistaken, peaked at 41 on the UK singles chart. And so it was one position away from getting the band on Top of the Pops.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah. Pretty heavy song to almost hit the top 40. But then again, the UK was different. I mean, there's you could have Motorhead or Iron Maiden have top 10 or top 20 singles. So it's not really that out of the question. I've only got one more from this album. So what's the next thing that's on yours?
All right. Well, again, familiar sleeve there. This is actually an Australian copy.
Okay, nice,
And that is backed with Down and Dirty.
interesting.
Yeah.
Um, it's interesting as it goes along when you get more and more countries because that just shows you they were expanding.
Yeah. And then actually this is showed it earlier, but the other UK said this is a promotional copy of the same UK,
Yeah.
which is interesting because usually promotionals in the US have the same, of the song on both sides, but this one actually has Straight Through the Heart on the back as well.
Yeah, I've never really thought to look into this, but like at a certain point they stopped doing the whole stereo and mono thing.
Yeah, I think once you hit the 80s, it almost became that way.
Yeah, it was like a relic of another time to have
Yeah,
a
yeah. I
monophonic.
mean, huge, the late 60s and that early 70s, but
Yeah.
and then this one will be familiar again. So
Oh, wow.
but as soon as I show you the back,
That's from Spain.
there you go.
So that's interesting. They just straight up used the album cover
Yeah,
and the title.
it sure did.
It's like they shrunk the album down.
All right, and then it is the same label as
Wow.
the other two,
I
and
find
also
this, yeah, I find this stuff fascinating. Like, it's the same, only different. And I think in the US at this time, would I be correct if I said that the albums tended to use that label, but the singles used the red.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then eventually they switched to the either the black or the white with like the boxes in the middle or whatever.
Yeah, that was what, 80 and or
5 or 84.
80, more like 86.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because Brian, if you catch one of his shows where he's talking about Earthshaker, he's got an issue of Earthshaker that puzzles both of us in its label,
Yes, yeah,
in the
that
label that it uses.
a re-release of Earthshaker from 86 or 87 that
Yeah,
why
yeah,
why they did that. But yeah, that's puzzling. All right, and then let's see.
yeah.
There's another.
Literally just got this today as we're filming this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the 12-inch version of this. Back cover. It's just got the album. I mean, uh, yeah, they A&M and the other territories were trying, and this also has Barroom Boogie, yeah, on the B side. So again,
Let's
promoting.
wait a minute. Flip that other side over again.
Okay, so here's the side with Barroom Boogie.
Yeah. But the other side, you got a large A on there, right?
Oh yeah, look at that. And the so this is a promo.
Okay, so you got the promo.
Okay, so again, I got a promo code. The number is AM161.
You got one, I don't.
Wow. I didn't think it possible.
I do
Wow.
not
I
have
just
the
I just ordered the
promo.
one that was available. So you should be, if I can find it, you can find it. Hey, I'll trade you for that Earthshaker one from Japan. I've got just the thing. I'll see your midnight in Tokyo. No.
That
So
is the one I do not have.
that's all
Interesting.
I've got a 12-inch, I think, a promo for Down and Dirty. But there's no
Yep.
7-inch version of it as far as I know.
No. The last two are just the Japanese.
Oh, that is cool. Interesting that they spelled out Tokyo in English.
Um, yeah, I know. It is interesting. I don't know what at all, the Japanese up top all says, but
Yeah.
um, so let's see. Yeah. So again, with the Japanese, there's the promotional
Yeah.
up there. This one has some writing on it. Somebody
It looks
wrote
like
on.
somebody wrote the A on there.
Yeah. But this one's backed with Mean Streak.
That's really interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
So somebody literally wrote the A and the B on there in marker, almost as if they ran it off without putting that on there first.
Yeah, and it's they wrote the label number that 3694, and then they also wrote it on the back of the sheet in here.
I
So
wonder if every one of them is slightly different.
makes me kind of think that this has a date on it of 10/3/80, must be 83.
Like October 3rd, 83.
Yeah.
Well, that would make sense. I think Mean Street came out in the summer.
Yeah, it makes me to believe that like, some, radio station had,
Might be a radio station copy. Yeah. That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah, all of these old records, whether it's printed on there or whether somebody's written it, it tells a story about all the
And
hands
then
they passed
just,
through.
I won't necessarily show the label. Label's the same and just doesn't have the promotional
Yeah,
markings on it. So
interesting that it's different design, but they're using the same photos. And
yeah,
those are the photos from the back cover of the record, right? I'm pretty sure.
correct.
Yeah, or similar. Huh. Yeah. Uh, so that's all I've got from Mean Streak.
That is. I'm disappointed that I don't have that promo. That's
Yeah.
the one you just got today, right?
Yeah, like I ordered the one
Uh,
that someone had and I didn't really read up on it. I was like, I need that one. I need that sleeve. Wow. Folks, you got to realize how rare this happens. I think this is the one time that I've had a sleeve that Brian doesn't have because I think when we were listing, I think I had 13 of these and Brian had like 62. So
Yeah.
the fact that one of those 13 he doesn't have is just shows you like he knows about all of these international issues and studied up and it's it's amazing. And I love this stuff. I eat it right up. Um, so um 1984 in Rock We Trust, the biggest Y&T album. I've got a grand total of three singles, and two of them are the same song.
Yeah, I've got quite a few.
Yeah, so let's start with the opening track on the album. Rock and
Okay,
roll's gonna
let's
save the
do that.
world. Yeah.
Yeah. All
So
right.
yeah, so I've got two singles, and no, two of them are the same song. Two of them have the same artwork, but they aren't the same.
Talking
Which,
about this one here.
yeah, yeah, which I believe you sent me. Because
Yeah.
that's Don't Stop Running, isn't it? And Rock and Roll's Gonna Save the World is the B-side. Have I got that right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I got the
Yeah.
wrong one.
Well, that's okay. We'll start there. So Don't Stop Running, probably the best known song from the album. Yeah, so this is a Japanese single that Brian had a spare of and was kind enough to send me a copy. So it's got the In Rock We Trust artwork, lyrics to both songs, and the lyrics are printed out the curious way that they're printed off inside the album, where every single word is capitalized.
Yeah.
And
So,
so yeah, it comes in that blank A&M sleeve.
yeah,
And
so there's two Japanese again, the promo and the
and the
stock copy. So they're
okay, yeah.
both the same there.
And I've also got this is actually kind of sad, but it makes sense because I've said this different times. Based on all of my research, because I'm in Canada, I'm curious about things like this. In Rock We Trust seems to be the only Y&T album that charted in Canada. And it's the one that it's by far the copy that I've seen the most used copies of. So I guess it makes sense that the one and only Y&T 45 I have from Canada or is Don't Stop Running from this
Um,
era, and the B side is Forever. So it's just in the stock A&M sleeve.
yeah, I'm trying to find
It's
my.
probably identical to the US one, with the exception of the record company address.
Yeah, so it's this one here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Um, actually, uh, there's actually a promotional copy of Canada as well.
For Don't Stop Running.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so there's another one that's so there's a stock copy and a promotional copy for Canada.
Okay. Does the promotional copy also have Forever on the B side?
It does, yes.
Okay. Interesting that they went back two albums for that.
Right?
Yeah. So, yeah,
Let's
so
see.
the only other one I've got is this one, which is Rock and Roll's Gonna Save the World, backed with Forever, and this is from Spain.
Yep. So again,
Yeah. A little bit different than the other two, looking a little more, I guess, modern. And it's got the yeah, this label's very silver.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that they were. But interesting, every one so far has been from Spain. And I've had one
Yeah.
from Spain.
Yeah. Um, which is interesting because you never read about Spain as being like a territory that really took to the band, but obviously the records were released there.
Yeah, yeah. The cassettes are really cool too.
Yeah, yeah. You've got and Was that where you got that open fire one that you showed me?
Yeah,
Yeah, those are really cool looking, like really sharp.
yeah.
Now I wonder. Okay, yeah. So I guess we need to talk about unless you've got more from In Rock We Trust,
I
don't
got
you?
more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
you keep on going.
So this is a Australian copy of
I can tell that by the writing now that you've shown me that
yeah,
Mean Streak one. It's very
yeah.
unique.
And it's also backed with rock and roll is gonna save the world. No, not those. So there's two UK, which as soon as I show you this, you're gonna recognize it right away for something that you do have.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah. That's
Donington.
the Donington EP. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's sealed. It's still got the patch with it.
So kind of looks like the Spain one, but
It does. Yeah, I like
um,
that single cover. Like if you know, it's based on the background of In Rock We Trust, but it's not
yeah.
just straight up using the cover.
And then here's your big A.
Yeah,
So it's a promotional copy
yeah,
on there. So there's that one. And then probably don't have to show the label, but this is just the stock copy
yeah,
of the
yeah.
same one from there. So that's all the foreign ones. So I do have a US promotional copy, which has the B there, so that's where it was pressed. And in the US, like I said, it's don't stop running on both sides on the promotional.
Yeah, they did that. They tended to do that.
Yeah, actually the one side's edited version at 335.
Oh, right.
Actually, both sides are edited versions at 335, so they're
Because
both the same.
it must be because the video's shortened, isn't it? The video
Yeah.
version. So it must be that.
Yep.
The guitar solo's shortened or something.
Yep. Oh, you know what? Sorry. Get to it. So for the first time, A&M actually spent a little bit of money for them. And we have a US picture
Oh
sleeve.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Interesting backgrounds, but yeah, let's not complain because they actually did
Yeah, I just did that. So that's the back
huh,
there.
and backed with forever.
Forever. Yeah.
That's pretty consistent, seems to be.
Yeah. So
So that kind of tells you in itself that this was a bigger album for them.
yeah. So on here, so this is where I get a little nerdy too. The below the A&M logo there, you see the R.
Yeah,
So that's the record plant.
yeah.
Which, if I remember correctly, R was eh, from a plant in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Since they're always tough to get back in. So another copy, and really the only difference between these would be uh, where it was pressed. So that one you have a C down there.
Okay.
So everything else is exactly the same, just pressed at a different plant.
Hmm.
I almost forgot I said that we always have our Spain ones.
For, so so rock and roll is going to save the world and don't stop running.
Yep,
Just use the album cover.
yep.
That wouldn't confuse anybody. Have I got that one? I don't know.
Yeah, so same so the interesting part here though is now I've got a white label.
Oh yeah. So that's obviously a promo,
Yep. I have not seen a
like a retail copy.
retail copy.
Huh.
I would assume that it's out there,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's no, I don't believe there's a listing. Uh,
This is why it's important, folks, to keep your Discogs entries. If you've got something that you don't see
yeah,
on Discogs, please enter it in.
yeah, please. Because I can't tell you how many times I've found something on eBay or something else that's not listed on there, and
Yeah.
I've had to list it.
What
So,
hasn't been that long since we found that Canadian reissue of Mean Streak on cassette and
yep.
and got that added. So yeah, there's always something else out there to unearth. No pun intended.
Yeah, so the only one of Don't Stop Running that I don't have, there is another US pressing, and it's the the pressing plant is has a W, so it would have a W on the label. So
So,
there's
how
a
many different
B, an
plants were
R, and a
there?
W. Huh?
How many different plants were there, do you
Oh my
know?
gosh, there were uh I couldn't tell you offhand.
So
It's
were these strictly A&M or did they press records for everybody?
They would press not exclusively for A&M, but it wouldn't necessarily be everybody either.
Okay.
Um, and it depends on the years too. They would change.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
instance, I know like just thinking off the top of my head, like for Earthshaker on the full LPs, there's a plant Y, there's a plant X, there's a plant Z, there's a plant C. So they're, I mean, just all over the place. E was electrosound, um, which there was one on the East Coast and there's one in LA. So it's just, yeah, it was all over the place, especially late 70s, early 80s when, they were pressing tons and
Tons
tons.
of
And
records. Yeah.
yeah, and then a lot of them closed as the 80s kind of progressed. So you had fewer ones. The Columbia ones pretty much ruled after that. The ones from like Terre Haute.
Yeah.
Um,
So
um,
Carrollton or
yeah,
yeah.
Carlton. Yep, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so those
Um,
kind of ruled. So that not only would they press, the ones for the clubs, but they would, press for the labels as well.
so yeah, it's like some of the early CDs you'll see that came from West Germany. They're all made by Polygram, but they could be Atlantic or they could be, it didn't matter. Well, it could be a bunch of different labels. And I know
Yeah.
Sony in Japan, because you can get like early versions of like Van Halen albums that are they're made by Sony. So it never ends, folks. It never ends. And it's weird because like just by the fact of having all of those different plants and those different letters creates automatically not even reissues, five different issues that all came out at the same time. And it's
Yep.
just wherever you lived, the plant that you were closest to, that's probably going to be the one that stocks the store that you shopped at.
Yep. Absolutely.
Um, I don't know if it was like that up here in Canada or if there was, if they just had one for the whole country. That probably wouldn't. I can't see there being any more than two,
Yeah.
like
I
one
do not
on
know.
one on the West Coast and then one in Ontario. But I don't even know about that because
Yeah.
most of the Canadian labels, their address, they were either like Polygram was in Quebec, and but I think most of the rest of them were in Ontario.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a list of all of them, on my computer here, but I haven't memorized them all, so
Oh, come on.
I know, I know.
But yeah, so is that it for the In Rock We Trust era?
That is it. Yeah, for 45's. Yeah.
Okay,
And the
so we
one
move.
lipstick and leather 12-inch, but that was it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so now we move on to 1985, specifically open fire era. So I've got one from Japan, and so I got it because it had a different photo on it, and it is this one for Summertime Girls. I'd never seen this picture before,
Yeah.
and so yeah, like most of the Japanese sleeves, it's just a single piece of paper,
Yep.
backed with Forever live version from Open Fire. It's in the generic A&M sleeve. And this appears to be a retail copy. Actually, of all the singles I bought, this one looks like it's in the best playable condition. So yeah, I've got the I'm sure we'll see. Yeah, no, I'll just I know we'll see it. So there is another at least one other cover for the Summertime Girls single.
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
So there's the two Japanese, the promo and the stock copy. So what you
yeah.
just showed there. Um, so this one is a UK version, and I believe if memory serves, get this out of here. This thing's stuck. There we go. You prefer this cover versus the
Oh, well, I like them both, but this I think maybe it's because I didn't know the Flames cover existed. But yeah, I've
okay.
got the 12-inch version of that. But yeah, I need to get the 7-inch version,
Um, so this is Paul. It's got the POL, so it's Polydor, I believe.
which would have distributed, yeah,
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 and it's backed with
lipstick and
lipstick and leather.
so that's interesting because like Polydor, Polygram distributed A&M in the UK at least before the big takeover in the early 90s, like in
Yeah,
North
so this is a
America.
this is a West German actually, the
Okay,
blue
so
red.
that's one of those silver labels. I like those. Those look really those are
Yeah,
really sharp. And it's a big hole,
yeah, it is.
which you don't normally see with the UK.
Nope. Uh, yeah, so there's that one. There are quite a few since this was their
This was it. This was the big
kind
one.
of the biggest single.
Yeah.
So this one is another UK. Different catalog number on the back there. It's open here. This is more of the is this the actually, you know what? This is the Spain one.
Okay. That's interesting that Spain and Japan used the same front cover. Yeah.
So yeah, this is the one from Spain. So a little different than the previous ones from Spain.
Yeah. I think that, and I've noticed this with a lot of different album releases, as the 80s drew to a close, they tended to start to look more uniform around the world. Probably because companies were merging and it was getting more streamlined. But I like the fact that you have these different looking, sometimes totally different looking sleeves.
Yeah, so this is I believe Australia. No, not Australia. Oh, this one's Portugal.
Oh, wow. So that,
So there's one from Spain, there's one from Portugal.
now that looks, is that blue?
Yeah, it's bluer than the other.
It's blue, but it looks like those silver
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, it looks
That's,
just like that one. It's got the same catalog number.
that's interesting too. Huh.
So yeah, like I said, this one was their biggest
You know, their biggest single all over the world, so it makes sense. There's a lot of
yeah,
different.
was this is a true UK as we'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
So
By this
same
time, they're not putting the
these all
great
have the
big.
same all the
Yeah,
European ones had this cover.
yeah. Now, I will say this: I like that photo better than just the Flames cover for Open Fire. I like the on-stage photo. I know there's a
Uh
little bit of the on-stage on the Flames cover,
yes.
but you gotta kind of squint to look to see it. Um, Oh, I had a thought, but it went out of my head, so it couldn't have been important. Oh, I know what it
Let's
was. I know what it was. When you were showing that single off, it didn't have the great big A written in the middle of it.
No, yeah, so that's a stock copy.
Yeah.
And this one, a lot of them from had the same catalog numbers. So this one is from France, actually.
Okay. So now they're using the
So they this that label with those boxes and stuff,
yeah.
um, as early as '84. I've seen them from European pressings,
Okay.
but in white,
Yeah.
not the black. The black is more the '86, '87 time frame.
Okay. So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Of all of the Summertime Girls singles, do they all say they're from Open Fire?
Yes, they all
Oh,
do.
you know where I'm going with that.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
wondering if they might have reissued it like later in the year, but no.
Nope. So this is interesting one here. Polydor. It's got whoop,
Oh
some
yeah.
interesting track information on the back there. International. They all had and then it's got this same like that's another one from West Germany.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it because I know there's a series of I've got some of them, but a series of reissues from the mid 90s for Y&T albums from Japan that are on A&M, but they also say Polydor on them.
Yes. Mm, sorry, there's quite a few.
Yeah, that's cool. That's why we're doing it.
This one, oh, here's your here's your promo.
There you go. Can't miss. You'd have to be blind not to see that.
Yeah, your European promo. And I got like four more here. This one was, I guess I need to label these like I do my LPs on the everything. So this one is the actually Australian copy.
Okay.
And the interesting thing about this one is it doesn't list it's a promo, but it has the live version of Seven Time Girls on the B
Oh,
side.
there you go. Which was elusive for quite a few years for me until Hippo put out that excellent CD version.
Yeah. All right. And then I believe this is from your neck of the woods. Is it? Yep.
I know there is a Canadian single for it.
Yeah. So right there, that's the Canadian version.
Yeah. What's the B
And
side of
it is also Summertime Girls Live.
Cool? Is that just a marker that those
Yeah,
lines? Yeah, okay.
somebody marked on it.
Must have been a radio station copy.
Yeah, probably. All right, so the last few here are US copies. So, real quick, there's a Plant B promotional copy, which has studio and live. There is a Plant R. I don't know if you can see on the under the A&M logo there.
Yeah. I can see there's something, so I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
I can
Yeah,
see
it's
it.
R. Not take it out of there to save a little time here, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know.
and then this one is W, which
Yeah,
is underneath all that writing on there. So three different plant numbers for the US. All have the studio and live versions on them.
cool.
And believe it or not, that is it. And the only one missing is another South Africa version. So
Okay. Yeah, so I think that there was only one official single from Down for the Count.
correct.
So, and it's one of the very few US picture sleeves.
Yep.
Oh, it is this. Yeah. Don't they look happy? It's from the back cover of the record. It's interesting
I
they actually
had
got their names on there.
yeah, I had this poster.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there's a poster of this picture.
Yeah, it's got that
Um,
that's got that weird logo that they used on the record. Now, I don't know because I bought this used, but well, I'll find out, we'll see if we got the exact same version. But as far as I can tell, this is supposed to be a retail copy, which means it's backed with Go for the Throat, which I'm assuming that means the studio version, which was
yes.
kind of elusive. But when I open this up, it's
The promotional?
it's just All American Boy on both sides. Now it says promotional copy not for sale.
Yeah.
So I
Yep.
don't know, so
So
I don't know if that means that they got switched or if they're all like this.
no, they used the same sleeve. So they didn't make a special sleeve just for the promo.
They didn't even put a sticker over
Nope,
the song that's not on there.
they did
So
not.
so I kind of see this is a good example of I don't mind the cover concept for Down for the Count because when you see it here without the pink on it, it looks like it has potential.
I
If
still I
they'd
still don't like it.
if they'd have used the actual logo, I think it might have been a little bit better. But and yeah, man, those outfits the guys have on, they just it's like every other band's leftovers,
Yep.
and they just said, "Here, wear this stuff." Like none of them look happy to be doing what. And nowadays, they'd probably get sued by Disney for Leonard having Mickey Mouse on his
That's
shirt.
not, yeah, right. You can barely see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so stock copy, and it actually, has go for the throat.
Actually does have. Yeah, so that would have been the very first time that song was commercially available because it wasn't
Correct.
until the Hearing Aid record came out that uh
Yeah, then you got this. Yep. Now he um studio version anyway was Ronnie asked him to do a song for that album, so that's the song that he gave him.
yeah, and it was obviously recorded the same time as the other songs. It sounds
Yeah.
exactly the same as the Down for the Count stuff.
And that's Plant W, in case anybody's
Yeah.
keeping track at home.
Looks like the printing's a little bigger on there too than on the promo
Yeah,
version.
it does. And again, that can be just a plant, you know, a plant thing too. Like you
Yeah.
could have the same one from say, plant R, and it's a smaller font. So
Yeah.
um so that is it for the US. I just have those two US. Now this is a European, which the back is
It's black
all
and
in
white.
white, black and
Oh,
white.
yeah.
No color to that. And then, yeah, it's another West German here, as you'll see by the label.
Oh, that is cool.
This has the well, third most singles, I guess. after Summertime Girls and Don't Stop Running. They it wasn't shy about where this one was released. So there was a little bit of a push, I guess, worldwide with
Well,
this one.
probably just the momentum of it coming after those two songs.
Yeah. And this would be the Canadian version.
Still using the white.
Yep. White label there. And then, yeah, I guess there's only two more, right? Yeah. So Japanese.
Yeah.
Again, the backside with the lyrics. And the same, all the Japanese. That same label, but again, this is a promotional copy with the box with the Japanese lettering there. Not for
Yeah.
sale. And stock copy. So gonna be the same.
Yeah.
And that is all I have for down for the count.
So I only have one more, um, and it's the only one I have on Geffen. So yeah, let's see what you have for the Contagious era.
Well, we have to have the same one because there's only one.
Oh, well, there you go. I wasn't sure if there was I wasn't sure. Um,
So
yeah. You know what? The way that the name of the I won't say the logo, the name of the band is written, it's kind of like that "Don't Stop Running" single, the
yeah,
U.S. one. So
yeah,
yeah, here's the only one from, and it's different than the promotional single that we both have, the U.S. promotional single for "Contagious," which is just kind of a variant of the album cover. Um, and so this has "I'll Cry for You" on the B side, and it comes in this cool sleeve that's got all of the I guess Warner associated labels. So it's got Atlantic,
yep,
Warner Brothers, Elektra, Asylum, Pioneer. So it's like Warner Pioneer in Japan, or it was. And it's, yeah, the typical black Geffen label with the silver logo. So
yours is
yeah,
a stock copy.
uh, I think so. I think so. It doesn't have.
The
Um,
all that Japanese writing on the top on the one side opposite the Geffen logo.
Oh, well, maybe it does. So it says P2282, but above that, there's some Japanese characters in a like a not a circle, but like an oval.
That wouldn't be it. Right above that, you would have
Oh,
more
okay.
lettering.
Okay, well, this must be a retail single then.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. I mean, not even a US. And here's their first. I'm not going to get off too much of a tangent, but here's their very first single on a brand new label in the US, and they don't even put a 7-inch version of it out without even just one without uh uh a picture sleeve, you know?
Yeah, I mean, start thinking about it, right? This is 87 and what's the US doing as far as singles in 87?
Yeah, but you can find plenty of Aerosmith and Whitesnake and Cher and Don Henley and
Yeah, I guess that's
you
true.
know, it's yeah, and then by the time that it's really weird that by the time 10 came out in 1990, I've got plenty of singles from around the world, 7-inch singles from 1990, but nothing
Yeah.
from there's no Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. There's just the CD singles and an elusive cassette single, which I am determined to find because Brian's never seen it, but I swear to God I've seen it before. It's got the same like that ad that you've got in the background there. That's I think is the cover of it. But
Yeah.
yeah. But so
I
that
do have
is
I
oh
have
go
three
ahead.
more.
Oh, you do? Oh.
I do. I do. Um, so this one came out, I want to say, well, A&M did a series called Memories.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, all the labels had a version of that. Yes.
So this is Summertime Girls, backed with All
Well,
American
American
Boy.
Boy. Interesting. You'd think they'd have put Don't Stop Running or Mean Streak, but huh.
Yeah, so it's probably like 86 or something that this came out. Or it might have been late 85, I don't know. I don't know exactly when
I know that, yeah, because I know that I've seen ones for, I want to say, like the Warner labels, like the Hall of Fame series. They have like a gold label on them. I've seen
yeah.
CBS ones. I think all the labels had, and I think they put cassette singles out at one point too. Well, I know they did because I used to have some. Uh, there'd be ones that would have like older songs on them, but like two
Yeah.
two songs that would have been singles in their own right.
Um so I guess technically these aren't 45's. So since they do play at 33 RPM, but
They're
um
they're 7 inch singles, so we'll.
yeah, so this one is from Metal Hammer, which would be hard to see.
Oh yeah, I've seen that on Discogs. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Y&T and Heavy Pettin',
Yeah.
which kind of further, because they were on Polygram or Polydor or whatever. That
Correct.
kind of
Yep.
further says those two labels were entwined.
Yep. And then they call those flexi
Yeah,
discs.
I think I know which one you're gonna.
Yeah,
I think. Has that got Billy Squire on it?
it does.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought about buying that one because I do like Billy Squire, but you've actually got it. That's cool. So yeah, those count. They're the right size.
Yeah, I keep them with my 45,
Oh
so
well, yeah. Where else are you gonna? Um,
I had to break them out. So
so there you go, folks. That is a pretty exhaustive look at what is out there for 7 inch singles for Y&T picture sleeves and or otherwise. It's a fun collection, and Y&T is the kind of band it's doable
yes,
because there aren't
yes,
that many. You know,
correct.
it's not like you're starting a Led Zeppelin
No,
45 or a Beatles or
yeah,
so
or
so they
Kiss.
or Kiss. Oh yeah, Kiss. You have to get all the variants of the Casablanca and yeah.
I did that with the LPs. I'm not doing them with the 45. So
It's there's a lot. So folks, don't forget, follow Y&T and Friends Vinyl Talk on YouTube. Everything you want to know about Y&T pressings. I've guested on it many times. It's always a pleasure. And my one regret is that I did not know Brian when I was doing my Y&T book. I hadn't met him yet.
this
So
book here.
that's the one. Thank you, sir. Down for the count. Y&T album review. So between the two of us, we think we know a lot about this band, but when it comes to foreign pressings and different versions of the albums, Brian's got me beat all to hell. So, so Brian, thanks for doing this. This was great. It was great seeing all these different variants of these songs.
Yeah, it was fun.
And in most cases, it just makes me want to go listen to them. So I guess that's
Absolutely.
never takes much.
Every day I got to listen to some Y&T.
Never takes much encouragement. So,
Yep.
all right, folks, we'll see you later on.